We're in studio with Art. It's Alexakis, right?
You said it perfectly. You didn't butcher it. Most people do.
I might have a couple times on the air.
You practice.
And somebody may have corrected us.
Oh, okay.
Someone out there, one of our listeners was like, as a fellow Portlandite, I need to let you know it's pronounced Alexakis.
Representing.
So if that listener's listening right now, thank you for letting us know we were butchering his name so that when he came in to do the interview, I had it right. He's the frontman of the band Everclear, which just rocks our 90s at noon every day. So welcome to Colorado.
Thank you.
You are here for Songs and Stories.
Yeah, Songs and Stories is me playing solo and telling stories and just kind of being a knucklehead, playing Everclear songs. That's what I've been writing for the last 20 years. So
you've got it down by now.
You'd think maybe not.
Since I want to say like 2011, you've been doing these kind of 90s nostalgia tours. Is that right?
Well, I wouldn't call it a nostalgia tour. I guess it is to a certain extent. It's called Summerland Tour. Yeah, the fifth one's going to be this year, fifth in a row. They've been really successful and fun, and we've had all sorts of bands on them. First year we had Sugar Ray and Lit, and this year we're going to have Sugar Ray and Lit and Sponge and Everclear, and start doing some of the bands we've done before. But we've had Live, we've had the Toadies, who are a great band, all sorts of bands.
Space Hog, I'm seeing on their Soul Asylum.
You
Again,
got the
those are some big names for us here. So that's,
you guys play the older stuff?
We do 90s grunge alternative, and then we have our all 90s hour at noon every day. Yeah,
pretty popular.
I don't host the 90s at noon anymore, but I used to, and that was when I got my most interaction from listeners, requests.
Yeah, it was a great time for music. It was a great time for rock and roll. To me, that's what I called it. Everyone was like, "So what's alternative about you?" I go, I couldn't tell you. Actually, I think we're just a rock and roll band.
I was reading an interview that you did with Diffuser to say that you decided to put together this Summerland tour. Are you kind of the person that's behind that?
I'm not kinda, I am.
You are totally behind the Summerland tour.
Yeah, it's my thing.
When did you decide, like, yeah, I'm gonna get all these awesome bands from the 90s at noon hour on 94.3 The X, and we are just gonna take them and do this tour every year?
I was listening to your noon hour, and I said, man, I gotta do that live.
Yeah.
No, not just your noon hour, not to be totally facetious. I mean, it seemed like there was a demand for it. And that people would come up to me going, man, I'd love to see the bands from the 90s. You guys rocked. It was awesome. And I've heard that a lot. And we never stop touring. We keep touring. We keep putting out records, and we keep doing really well. But, radio's changed, and the more contemporary bands get played, just like in our day, we got played, and the older bands didn't. That's kind of the natural procession. I thought that there was a hole in the market, and that would respond to this. People who love these bands, not even older people. It's funny. It's like I'd say close to half of the kids who are coming out were either not born when we were like, on the radio all the time, late 90s, early 2000s, or they were very, very young. So I think they're getting fed 90s alternative from their moms and dads. And
well, that's good.
Big brothers, yeah. Osmosis.
So you must be experiencing success with those if you're going on your fifth year.
Yeah. It's pretty successful. Awesome. Yeah. It's really fun. You got a lot of older guys going out on tour who back in the day, we were the typical rockers. We were kind of pillaging and just having our way with people back in the day. And now we're all older, and, like a cute girl will walk by and we'll be like, look at her, and then we'll go, hey man, did you taste the brisket at lunch? Was that a rub or was that a marinade? We're more interested in food. It's like sex with you. Instead of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, it's like your wife, food, and rock and roll.
All right. Well, we can respect that.
You gotta respect that.
You've been around for like over 2 decades now. So when someone goes to see Everclear perform, what are they in for? Are they in for, the sparkle and fade, or are they in for black is the new black?
Both. Yeah, we always play the hits. I mean, I get very frustrated, and I don't have a lot of patience for people who don't play their hit songs. That's what got you there. They're your good friends. They made your life different, and they took you to another place where people actually pay attention to you. So I respect our hits, and I play them in the solo show, in Songs and Stories. You'll hear them tonight, and you'll hear stories behind them. And a story like the other day, a guy came up to me and said something. I'll tell that story tonight, about Wonderful, how he told me that all I write is songs about divorce. That's all I write. Almost 10 albums, 200 songs. That's all I write is about divorce. So that was an interesting conversation.
That sounds like a really interesting show to catch tonight.
It's fun.
Yeah, it sounds a little different.
It's a lot less serious than you think it would be. It's very interactive with people. I take requests. People heckle me. I heckle them back. It's fun.
And doors open at 7 for that show. So if you're still interested, I'm actually going to be giving away our last 2 spots at Will Call for that show at the end of this interview here. So stick around for that. Our 90s at Noon listeners, of course, love the throwback Everclear. Like I was saying earlier, the sparkle and the fade. We play a lot of songs off of So Much for the Afterglow. What are some fun things that maybe our listeners who love Everclear don't know? Something silly.
Don't know.
Like I drink coffee with 3 creams every
drink
morning.
Coffee with like 5 sugars. I got a sweet tooth. I guess you'd call me a recovering addict. I've been clean and sober 27 years. But I do like my sugar. We just stopped at Dairy Queen. We were looking for a Starbucks. Couldn't find a Starbucks. So
Welcome to Windsor. There is no Starbucks.
No Starbucks.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't think there would be. I'd be surprised if there was. Are you a Starbucks girl?
I like coffee. And I didn't know. There is a coffee shop down the street, but
Windsor?
I didn't know.
Yeah, the House of Windsor.
The House of Windsor, but I thought it was an ice cream shop. Only because they do ice cream. For the first year that I worked here, I was so mad every day. I was like, there's nowhere to get coffee. We have a coffee machine, but I still had to complain anyway.
I'm a huge Starbucks fan. I know there's other great coffee, and I love great coffee, but Starbucks is just everywhere, and I know what I'm going to get. I get my big decaf Americano, and I'm a happy camper. So
there's your fun fact. He drinks Starbucks like a white girl, you know.
I do a lot of things like a white girl, actually. Sad to say.
And you came in today, guitar in hand, so you're going to do a couple songs for us?
I don't know. What song do you think I should play? What's the most requested song on your most shows?
My favorite song is probably Everything to Everyone that we play here on the X.
Really?
And we also...
I don't think I've ever played that on radio. You want me to try it?
Yeah.
I've been doing this for so long. It's like you got to get in this like Hunchback of Notre Dame thing, right? You know, my back will hurt for 2 days. That's okay. I've got Advil. I'm okay. This is called Everything to Everyone. Put yourself in stupid places. I think you know it's true. Situations where it's easy to look down on you. Think you like to be the victim. Think you like to be in pain. Think you make yourself a victim almost every single day. Do what you do, say what you say. Try to be everything to everyone. You know all the right people, play all the right games. You try to be everything to everyone. You do it again. You always do it again. Wrong chord, sorry guys. Say they taught you how to read and write. Yeah, they taught you how to count. Yeah, they taught you how to buy and sell your own body by the pound. You like to be the simple toy. You love to play the clown. Yeah, you're blind to the fact that the hand you hold, hand that holds you down. Do what you do, say what you say. Try to be everything to everyone. You know all the right people, play all the right games. You try to be everything to everyone. Spin around and fall down, do it again. Stumble and you fall, you do it again. Spin around and fall down, do it again. Stumble and you fall. There you go.
Awesome, thanks. So we can come hang out with you at the Moxi Theater later if you want. Yeah.
Are you coming down?
Go
You
and
don't
get
wear
that.
the ears? Come on, wear
With the cat ears.
Any kitties in the audience?
He's talking about my cat ear headphones, but
You look like every other teenager walking around with headphones on.
I look like a teenager. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much.
Compared to me, you are a teenager. Yeah, I have 2 daughters. I have a 23-year-old and a 8-year-old. The 8-year-old is unfortunately, or fortunately, a lot like me. She's not shy. She's very eccentric. She dresses. She does her own fashion shows at school. And she just marches to the beat of her own drum.
You go, girl.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's girl power.
Girl
embodied.
power.
Yeah, that's my girl.
The world needs more of those, so that's good.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we're getting more of those every day. Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks so much for stopping by. Before we let you go, I was wondering if we could get one more song out of you.
What would you like?
I'm going to say for our listeners.
I'll play New Life.
That's not what it's called. Okay,
No,
sorry.
It's called I Will Buy You a New Life. I use all the words. All the words. Here's the money that I owe you. Yes, you could pay the bills. I'll give you some more when I get paid again. I hate those people who love to tell you money is the root of all the kills. They have never been poor, never known the joy of a welfare Christmas. Yeah, I know we will never look back. Yeah. Say you wake up crying and you don't know why. You get up and you go lay down inside my baby's room. Whoa, yeah, I guess I'm doing okay. I moved in with the strangest guy. Can you believe he actually thinks that I'm really alive? I will buy you a garden where your flowers can bloom. I will buy you a new car, perfect, shiny and new. I will buy you that big house way up in the West Hills. I will buy you a new life. Oh yes, I will. Know all about that other guy, handsome man with athletic thighs. I know all about the time before, that obsessive little rich boy. They might make you think you're happy, yeah, maybe for a minute or two. They can't make you laugh, no, they can't make you feel the way that I do. I will buy you a garden where your flowers can bloom. I will buy you a new car, perfect, shiny and new. I will buy you that big house way up in the West Hills. I will buy you a new life. I will buy you a new life. Whoa, yeah. I know we would never look back. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, will you please let me stay the night? Will you please let me stay the night? No one will ever know. Whoa. I will buy you a garden where your flowers can bloom. I will buy you a new car, perfect, shiny and new. I will buy you that big house way up in the West Hills. I will buy you a new life. I will buy you a new life.
Awesome. Thank you again. We are in studio with Alexakis of Everclear.
Wow, you say it so good.
Thank you.
I must have been doing some practicing.
I practiced because I've been calling you Alexakis for so long.
Of course you have. You know, I don't care as long as my name's spelled right on the check. It's nice. It's you know, there's a trick to it. You can say Art or Alex saw Kiss. Alex saw the band Kiss.
Oh, okay.
Alexakis.
Have you ever seen the band Kiss?
I'm 53. Get out of here. I saw him when I was 13. Yeah, many times. Actually, we were in their movie, Detroit Rock City. We had the title track on there. We did a cover of The Boys Are Back in Town by
Awesome.
Lizzie. I don't know, it might be a little before your time, but big hit in the 70s.
Cool. That'll help me remember Alexakis.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much to Art Alexakis of Everclear for stopping by our studio today. He's going to be at the Moxi Theater tonight for Songs and Stories with Art Alexakis. And Post Paradise, a really awesome local band, is going to be there as well, along with some other artists. If you want to get into that show, sounds like it's going to be a really good time. Just give me a call right now at 1-800-595-2943. We're going to give you the last spots for Will Call tonight. So again, 1-800-595-2943. You don't have to come pick up tickets. We'll just get your name on that list. Like I said, thank you so much again, and we hope to have you back.